Hello, welcome to another behind the scenes episode. What I would like to do on Monday's episode is actually go through some pulsing synth effects. I'm not sure quite what the best way to do this is at the moment, so let's have a little play around with some stuff. So if we get, let's just get a pad. So have you liked and subscribed? That's most important. I must say that first because everyone then forgets by the end. Thank you very much. What I'm thinking is there are three main ways that I would go about doing pulsing synths. That is step effects, which is fairly easy to use, tremolo, and side chaining. I'll do side chaining last. If you want to see side chaining in action in Logic, I'll try and put a timestamp in the video so you can jump there. So let's just get a sound going to start with, I think. Just loop it over a couple of bars. That will do. Okay, so let's bring that down a little bit in volume so it doesn't completely deafen us. Okay, actually probably one of the easiest ones to do is modulation. So in any DAW there will be some sort of tremolo effect you can get. So out the box it will do this. Trouble is that swapping phases, sort of related to last week's video really. So if we put the phase to 0, that stops it alternating side to side, so it's more pulsing. If we drag the symmetry back, you don't want it on 0 because you get nothing. But changing the symmetry will get you that, and then it's up to you to sort of craft your sound from there. The changes are fairly obvious with depth, but you've also got smoothing, so how you can get that making it sound really bitty. And don't forget, of course, you've got the rate. So that's already starting to sound like a nice pulsing synth already. Yeah, that's probably a good example if I was going to show it as a way to create a pulsing synth. Okay, let's turn that off for the time being. The other ways I would do it, possibly multi-effects, step effects. Now in Logic there's all sorts of fun stuff you can do with this. That's just the default that you start off with. Change which frequencies it affects. Put modulation effects on as well if you want. And you've got things like gate editors, and remember you can edit these levels, click and drag, or you can just drag across if you want to draw like a pencil line. Probably. You probably don't want to go back to panning, but that is quite a nice effect. Also worth exploring the different presets that you have. That's quite nice. Use the XY pad for some fun. I quite like that. I suppose the other thing to mention is that with any of these, you could be adding filters to the EQ. So if you're suddenly thinking, actually, I need a lower pitch sound, or just something underneath hinting at a pulse, that's a great way to do it. Just chop off the top of the EQ spectrum. Let's not do that though. So that's step effects. Tremolo, obviously a bit more regular. Now, of course, the other way to do it is where, so tremolo, fairly basic pulsing, step effects, a bit more variation and rhythm. The third one with side chaining is your opportunity to completely control the rhythmic nature of the pulsing. I am going to need a drum kit. Because a common way to do this is with a hi-hat. Let's just record something random in. Straighten those up. Okay, not the greatest example, but you get the idea. The reason a hi-hat works, just because of its pitch and the fact it will cut through our noise gate a lot easier. So you create yourself the pattern you want, and what you're going to do is you're going to, well, let's go through it, I suppose. Probably the easiest, isn't it? We are going to send this to a bus 20. That'll do. Okay, and what we don't want is it coming through to our stereo out. So when we play it, we don't want to hear it, but we do want it having an effect. And then you can vary how much it goes in there. Then you go to your pad and you add a noise gate. Now, instead of it just being a normal noise gate, what you do is you side chain it. We've got a bus 20, and it will listen to what is coming through on bus 20 as to whether it gates the sound or not. So every time there's a hit, now you didn't hear the da-da-dun there because it holds on to it. And this is where you'd have to play around with it. And So this is working out when a hi-hat hits, obviously, how much volume is actually causing it to gate the sound. That's pretty good. So now you have actual control over the sound there. So we can compare those. Just put that to the bottom. So you've got Tremolo, which will give you nice regular beats. You've got step effects, where you can combine multiple effects, but it's still following the pattern. And if you want complete control, we can use the side chain noise gate to get the effect. I might, thinking about it, just do side chaining on Monday's episode. That's probably a topic in itself that probably needs a bit of explanation to start with as well. If you've got any ideas, please feel free to leave them in the comments, because I will still have time to edit the video and add any ideas you've got. That would be great. Right, there's the thoughts for this Behind the Scenes Thursday. Like and subscribe, always appreciated for these small channels. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.